Okay. We move now to our next guest, who is Nanette, the mortgage advisor and insurance advisor. So could you please to listen carefully so we can move on. Thank you, Nanette. That's your time.
My name is Mrs. Nanette. I live in Kent, and I'm here today. I was invited by Cina, and it's an honor to be here among you all. And I see some faces that I've already met. It's lovely to see you all again. Yeah, I'm basically here to cover mortgages and insurance. My background is banking, a bit of insurance and a bit of a mortgage. So I'm here to tell you a bit about it. I've realized in my community, a lot of us work really hard, but we're not thinking about the future or what are we leaving behind for our loved one when we're gone. Obviously, we're having children that are born in this country, and we need to think of their future and what is it that we're going to do for them, for the next generation, to better ourselves, because obviously we're here to have a vision. I believe God did not just bring us here just for the sake of being here, eat and sleep. We do all have a talent and we all have a vision, and we can accomplish it together. So that's the reason why I'm here. And on the mortgage side, I've also seen a lot within the community. They have the opportunity, but because of misinformation, and they don't know who to turn to or who to speak to, so they think, oh, well, I don't know, so I'm not even going to try. That dream is gone, it's dead. No, it's not gone, it's not dead. There is a possibility, and there's a way around everything. So that's why I'm here today, and I will be answering questions, and I will be going in more details a bit further.
Thank you, Nanette.
Okay. As time is fast spent, and it's really against us, you know, that's always the case when you're having fun, let's say. So what I'm going to be very brief about each department and the product as well that are available to all of you, and then I'll be taking the questions and who else want to see me afterwards, because you know some question can be a bit personal as well, because there are certain things I need to know on a personal level to be able to tell you this will be good for you or this forget about it. So I'm going to start with the mortgage bit, and then I'll finish with the insurance. So with the mortgage, like I said earlier, I've noticed that a lot of people have the opportunity, especially people that are in a council flat, for example, or council house. I don't know, but if you know what's happening in London at the moment, and you don't realise it, but the rent is just hitting up the roof. And some people have the opportunity to buy their house or buy the flat as a right to buy with a percentage, which is a discount given by the council. It varies from 30 up to 50%, which means with that, you don't really need a deposit to buy that property. And those who were bold enough to stand in the gap and get it today, they're in London, they're laughing. I've seen people, property now worth 300,000, 400,000, and it's going to go up and up, and it's crazy, but it's happening. And then you have to be bold enough to tap into that blessing and grab it while you can, because right now, the UK government, like you heard from us, lovely sister here, immigration and a lot of things and laws are changing. They're trying to close a lot of doors. So while we can grab those opportunities, this is the time, you know, to just really get the opportunity and take it. So with right to buy, I would say to people that have been living in a property for such a long time, you've been in there for over 5 years, 6, 10 years, go to your counsel, never be afraid to question, ask a question. If the person you spoke to was difficult, leave it, come back another day, you see a different face, which that face may be nice to you, warm up to you, to answer your question. All they're going to probably ask you, fill this in, do this, one or two things, and it is possible. I'm going to tell you a quick story, and this is a good story because even me, he made me laugh. A few years back, I remember we were praying in London because we were spending all our money in rent. And we've been praying to God, oh Lord, when are we going to have this council flat? Until after many years, God's going to tell us, please listen, because this is important, because a lot of people always say, I've been praying for years, God doesn't answer. God speaks. Yes. I am a testimony, and I am a witness to that. God's going to tell us while praying, saying, why is it that my people are so narrow-minded? Meaning what? He said, why do you limit yourself?
Yes.
Why are you crying for a council flat when you could have your own flat? What does God mean? You can go out there and pick. It's not just for the privilege. It's not just for the white person, God trying to say that. If you have faith and you work enough and you believe in me, I can do it. So when God said that to us, we're like, what do we do? He said, it's tough. But it's when it gets even tougher, that's when I am there. And I will open the doors. As long as you stand with me and you continue, I will do it for you. And to try and tell us community, if you're going to just sit around and wait for council flat, sometimes we're even in the wrong flat. I've seen people living in housing association, for example. They will never sell that to you. So you could be there for 10 years, you're just wasting your time. And for those who are bidding, I'm going to give you a quick thing you should check on the system, because all council now got a software they're using, and this software is very helpful. Always read underneath. They will give you that properties like X this and X that, and underneath it will say if it's a property that you can buy, that you will be eligible to buy one day. If it's a council that you will be eligible to buy, please bid on those council flats now. Now is the moment, because the time will come where they'll probably say no more. So you buy those and then you will be laughing after a couple of years. I call it an investment. It's the best investment. Forget about your car. Forget about driving a beautiful car. The car decreases in money. You spend 50,000 on the car, in 5 years, I guarantee you won't even get half of that money if you're lucky. But you put it in a property and you'll be laughing. Yeah. You'll be like, I can't believe it. Is this for real? And this is what most of our Asian communities are doing. I don't know if you noticed, some of them will even get together and they support one another. And this is the sort of vision we need for ourselves, yeah? We don't need to beat around the bush. Let's just go and grab the opportunity while we can. So that's the mortgage side. I will take question and I will go into detail. On the insurance side, we cover all type of insurance apart from car insurance. So we do life insurance, critical illness, serious illness, income protection. I will explain it, or we can do a one-to-one. Income protection, global treatment, bone fracture, funeral planning, and they also do will writing. It's important to sit down and write a will. Look, even if it's £100, be proud. You worked for it. Leave it for somebody or your child to enjoy that. It is your money rather than it going to the government's fund. We also got something called the trust. What is a trust? A lot of us got insurances, like life insurance, for example, but we don't put it in a trust. So what happened the day you're deceased, let's say the person is gone, 40% of that chunk, that's a huge chunk, that's nearly half of that money goes straight to the government. They call it inheritance tax. Everything, yes, bro, everything we eat, we wear is tax. But for the inheritance, it's 40%. And that's a huge chunk of money. So what's the point of me killing myself if everything I do gonna be? So with life insurance now, with all the new regulation and law that are coming into place, they're doing that to protect you. Anything charity in this country, government cannot touch. That's why churches are protected. So when you put it in a trust, it's a charity fund, so the government will not touch it. What do? You put a name of a beneficiary. So you choose anybody. It could be your children, it could be your spouse. By spouse, I mean your husband and your wife. It could be any of those people or anybody that you want to put, feel free. It is your choice. They will send you the form, or I can request the form. You fill in the form, and then we send it straight to them. So touch wood, anything happens, that money will not be touched. It will be there for the child that you specifically mentioned to inherit that money. It will go to that person. So that's why all these little details are important. And I give you an example, because somebody once said to me, and this is a Nigerian guy towards his maybe 50s or 60s, he said, oh, I don't believe in those things because my God up there protect me. It's all fine and great. God gave us the wisdom, the knowledge. The Bible says what? Lack of wisdom, my people perish. Yeah. Don't read it literally. Don't say, oh, lack of wisdom. No. Lack of wisdom means God has put you here on this planet for you to get understanding. Don't everything you see, understand it and make it your own. So take the information, try and understand it and make it your own. Yes, it is great that we pray and God does protect us, but nobody's going to tell me you've never been out there and see something horrible happen to somebody. So we each got to protect ourselves. With what is happening now, I don't know if you know, but recently, even on TV yesterday or the day before yesterday, Marks and Spencer's, the biggest brand, is shutting down 500 stores in the next few years because they can't keep up with this generation of things changing. They're still stuck in the old-fashioned way of designing their brand, and people are not really happy, so they're not really turning, their profits are really going low. So all these sort of information, that's why I'm here, and that's why we're here, to help you understand certain things that a lot of people aren't aware of. So you protect yourself so that tomorrow when you're gone, you leave at least something for your loved one. I went to a conference where my mom and a friend invited me, and when I got there, I was telling them a story of one of my colleagues, a white guy. He was only, what, 23 or 24? And he turned to me, he said, oh, you know what, we bought a property, my mortgage. And I'm thinking, you're 24. You bought a property? We're here on the same salary. When? You started working not long ago. And he's telling me, oh, my grandmother, she passed away and she left me £15,000. I'm sorry, I was so excited. I turned around and said, I've never heard any African family. They're waiting for their children to feed them. And they work so hard to wait on the child. When that child grows up, they've got their own problem. So they can't even help you sometimes. So you plan ahead. And as he said to me, no, grandmother left out. So the saving we had, we decided to buy our property. So even if you leave £100,000, or even if it's £100 for your child, you're already making a difference for the future. The Bible says a man who gathers and plans for tomorrow is wiser, because you're leaving something for the next generation. You see, this multi-millionaire we see, somebody worked hard and left somebody in charge, and it continues to take them out of poverty. So we want to do things the right way, so that way we're sure that our future is secure. So any question, I'm happy to take it. God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
For